I'm Howard Berger from KNB Effects Group, Inc. We designed all the inhabitants of Narnia for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Our biggest challenge on this show was just the sheer number of characters that we had to create, 170 characters plus. We had the good guys, being all Aslan's troops, and the bad guys, being all the White Witch's troops. You know, we created 23 individual species, and I wanted all of those 170 characters to be as real as possible, and that you would believe they existed and felt organic and felt alive. We had never had such a large crew in the shop. We had never had such a large crew on location. We never had to produce so much stuff. I think it's the largest creature show, and what we had to produce every day on set was gigantic.
Lay a little hair, or see what we have. Lay a little hair coming off this stuff. Stringy, matty crap. Not a lot, though, but a little.
A normal day on the set of Narnia for us would be 2 in the morning, and I got to have everybody on set by 6. And we had 4 vans, and I would wake everybody up. And we're like, okay, 2 o'clock, everybody meet outside. We'd pack everybody in, do the checklist. Okay, say here if you're here. So once in a while we forgot people. And I'm like, we better have a checklist.
Thomas is in this suit. There's a muscle suit that's on here. It's very crazy. It has like moving shoulders and all that stuff. And then there's this fur suit that goes over it, and he has arm extension and a mechanical head. And Thomas also plays our gorilla.
The first time we did it, it took us 6 hours to get 85 characters ready. We would shoot a good 14 hours, and then we'd go back and take everybody out of their costumes, and then it was repair and cleanup time, and put the guys back in the suits and do it again. It's always at the end of the day you're happy, but you're sad. You're like, I'm so happy the day's over, but I'm so miserable that I have to clean all this stuff up. It went pretty well, actually, for the first day. Very few glitches, so I think we were rather successful. Part of our job, unfortunately, is having to torture actors and extras. I mean, on this show we had a lot of stuff. Everybody was in some form of makeup, some sort of suit. Suits weigh a certain amount of, weight. Plus then you add all the Weta armor, which adds more weight. Or mechanical heads that are heavy and are noisy because all the servos are going off, and they're blind as bats. 1, 2, 3, roar.
That's great.
The heads were jam-packed with servos. Everything was radio controlled. There was no cable-operated heads at all. So it would take about 3 puppeteers to operate one head. For the Minotaur, you had a guy that was on lips and jaw, and you had a guy that was on eyes and blinks. So you have a guy that did nostrils and ears. And then you had the actor inside the suit that would create the gross movement. The thing is, when you're puppeteering something, you really have to get to know the actor inside and understand his rhythm, because you basically then have 4 brains that have to work as one.
We have work to do.
Originally, Ottman had no dialogue, and then we were at the White Witch's camp, and Andrew said, can he have him say this line? And I was like, yee. So I went over and talked to the guys. I'm like, can you make him do this? I'm like, yeah, let us just work it out. And they worked out real fast, and he was able to say the whole dialogue. And Ottman kept, every day, had got more and more dialogue, although it wasn't in the script.
And whoa!
Your Majesty, the humans are with Aslan at the stone table.
You've seen Aslan?
I had difficult days. It was myself and Casey Hoddenfield, the first AD, got into it only twice. And once was at the stone table. It was probably 3 in the morning. And we were literally ready to shoot. And it was, the line was up on the table, and the White Witch was there, and all these creatures were there. And I hear Casey go, okay, ready, and roll cameras.
Let's roll, please, rolling!
And then Andrew leans over to me and goes, we should put mechanical heads in those guys. And I went, Andrew, we're rolling. He's like, no. Cut. Go and put mechanical heads on those guys. I went, so I ran up the stone table, and I went up there, and Casey's like, what? And I went, Andrew wants me to swap these heads out for mechanical ones. And then Casey just exploded on me and started yelling at me. It's like, this is your fault. Next day, of course, he came over to me. He's like, I have to apologize, and I apologize. We made up, of course. Then, a month later, Casey blew up at me again. I remember going and visiting my friend Richard Taylor in New Zealand when he was doing the Lord of the Rings films. And everybody there believed in what was going on 100%. Gandalf was real, Frodo was real. And I just sat there going, wow, I wonder if I'm ever gonna have the opportunity to work on a film where I buy it 100%. You know, like I just really believe, you know, this is real and this is real. And when we started this film up, that ended up happening. We're building the inhabitants of Narnia. And that's how I wanted to approach it. From the time we started pre-production to the time we wrapped the film, which was about a year, we all lived in Narnia, and it was wonderful.